Hi, welcome to the market view for Wednesday the 5th of February 2014. Just before we get into looking at the markets and yesterday's trades, etc., I just want to bring up a subject of some versions of MT4 not working with TUFXP charts. And the reason for this is that MetaTrader have brought out a new update, and it's a fairly big update. And if you go into MT4 and to help and about, and you will notice here that we have version 4 build 509. Now if 509 is updated to version 6, I think it's 606 as well, or 606, then the TUFXP charts will stop working. And as I sent in an email yesterday afternoon, if you don't close MT4, it will stop the automatic update and then allow you to continue to use the TUFXP charts with MT4. The update is such a major one that it has caused all sorts of problems with the TUFXP custom indicator, and I believe, or my own theory, is that so many brokers now are using MT4. A lot of bugs have been reported back to the software engineers, and they've released this major update, which has given us a headache in that they have changed a lot of the code, and as a result, of course, version 606 is not compatible with the custom indicator that we have for pulling the data from MT4. So if you've not closed your MT4 platform, then everything will work fine. If you have, and it automatically updates, whether it's Alpari, GKFX, IG Index, ETX, it doesn't matter who the MT4 is provided by. If it's closed, there is a likelihood, not in all cases, but a likelihood that the MT4 will update, and if it goes to build 6 or 606, I can't remember which one it is, it doesn't matter. If it goes to 6 or above, then we have, or you will have, a problem in actually reading the chart. So as long as you've got 509, then you can continue to draw the charts using the data from MT4 in TUFXP charts. We are working on it. It's a bit of a task. There's no denying that because of the major update that they've put out, and this is a first that has come along from MetaTrader. So we are working on it, and we'll have it resolved as soon as we can. Just to add to the misery for our programmer Paul, there are bugs in the update that has actually gone out from MT4 as well. It's discovered a couple of bugs, which is making it a little bit more difficult to actually sort out the issue. So that's the latest news with regard to that. Like I say, we are working on it to get it resolved. So just to give you that update there. Right, let's get on and have a look at the markets, and also whilst discussing that, of course, we've seen a potential trade come up there in the 30-minute. But let's just start off with the daily chart. And yesterday, as I said, that we were likely to get a bit of a bounce, having had 5 days down, 5 or 6 days. You've seen this before. We've had 5 or 6 runs that we get a change in direction, and this is what we saw yesterday. So we've got this sort of bounce yesterday. Whether the market holds and stops the pound from continuing its downward move, which it's had over the last few days, remains to be seen. Before we saw the market trade back here and then move to the upside, taking out the highs. It will do what it will do, but at the moment the market shows a bit of support. The volume isn't fantastic. There's low volume there, which could indicate that there is no selling around as well, because the market's been pushed down and pulled back, and there is no major selling around there. So we can see prices have been up slightly on the overnight. So let's drill down into the 30-minute and have a look and see what's actually going on. There were no trades in there in the 30-minute yesterday, but I did say that it was likely the market was going to move higher because of this type of price bar. Again, if you get 5 minutes spare, go and have a look at this type of price action here, where the market comes off the low, the volume's very high, and you then see the market move higher. It doesn't matter what the market is, it's the same sort of pattern. This driving down, coming off the lows, very high volume. It's even better if you get this bar to turn to green as well. So if you've got a green bar and red volume, and vice versa. So now we see the market move higher. It trades up to the DP level, and then we see the market move lower on low volume. There's a bit of selling around in the early afternoon at the psychological level here of 163. The market then tests after this as well. Let me just put the crosshairs on for a second. Just wanted to have a look at this big spike in volume here. So this one is off the news. So there's a big spike in the volume there after the news, or during the news, and then we see the market resume its upward trend, trading back up towards this area here, where now the market's struggling a bit, and we've got a potential sell. So we see the market just trading at the close of yesterday, and with the prospect of being able to move lower there as well. So we'll see what happens with regards to this. Let's have a look and see what news is out today that could affect the markets. We've got European news out at 8:15 and 8:45, and then services PMI for the UK. This is going to show, well, it's showing, the forecasted figure is to show an increase from 58.8 to 59.1. ADP non-farm employment at 115. That's a big one today then. So you don't really want to be in the market at 115 with the non-farm payroll figures coming out. We've got the manufacturing figures at 3. And that's probably it for the US. So 115, big day today for the non-farm payroll. So any of the other news items not too concerning. The UK one, services, could be an interesting one when that comes out. If it comes out positive, it could just push the market slightly higher there. So I wouldn't expect the market to do a lot between now and 9:30, unless of course the European news has an effect upon the market. So yesterday in the euro, we had a good sell signal early on. This one coming out after. This one's interesting here. Again, I just want to show you something about how powerful it is having these shaded grey psychological lines on the price chart. We can see there the market, the buying coming into the market. And again, look at this. You've got the market being driven down here from this sell signal. This creates another sell signal, but you should already be in the market in the previous bar. We see the market drive down in this bar, and we see the selling come into the market. However, we get down to the psychological level, which is 1.35, and then we see the market come back off the low. And again, we've got what I was just showing you in the pound for the 30-minute yesterday, where the market's come off the low, and you can see the volume is very high. Not only that, it is also higher than the previous bar. Now, if something is accelerated in this direction, and we treat this as the energy, we can see this is the amount of energy that was required to push the market down this far. But in this case, you can see that we're using more energy, and yet the market isn't going down. So what this indicates to us is that the market is finding buying coming into the market as prices attempt to break the 1.35 €1.35 level, and the selling is absorbed, the buying comes in, and then we see the market moving higher, and then back up to this level up here, and then we see the selling come back in after this bar. We can see the red bar there, and then a bit more selling there. News item there, traded up, came back down, and we get some further selling here. Again, the market comes down, bearing in mind what you've seen here. Look what happens here. We see the market come back again, tries, and then they retest the market here, which is quite fascinating as well. So over here we've got the market being driven down and the buying coming in to support the market, and what they're doing here is they're moving the market below the 135 level again, but this time there is no selling. So if there's no selling, that allows the market to move back to the upside, and there you see the market just trading sideways. I need to change the primary trade times on this as well, because they're not quite right, because we trade up to the 9 o'clock-ish sort of area here. So I will change that later instead of wasting the time on video at the moment. So again, we can see now the market during today. We can see how it's doing exactly the same in the euro, back at the 135 level. We could watch the volume, wait to see if it builds up in this area for the market to resume and move back to the upside there as well. So that will do for today. We're up to 10 minutes. I like to keep them brief for the YouTube channel. Again, apologies for the issue that we have with MT4. It is out of our control, but we are working overtime to get it sorted for you. So do please bear with us, and we do appreciate the support during this time as we get it resolved, and I'll let you know as soon as we do. Okay, that's it. As ever, thanks for your support. Very much appreciated. I will see you in tomorrow's video, or speak to you throughout the day as well, once we get this issue resolved, or at least give you an update. As ever, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.